Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Discover a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
Listen in.
Starbucks. It's a great day for coffee.
There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Welcome to See You Next Tuesday. Well, we are about to reach the results of last week's episode. Is it episode 110? No. Have the last three been called episode 110? Yes.
Why'd you slip out? I was enjoying that transatlantic.
Oh, thank you. That's literally Monte's #1 accent. He's like, oh, what do we have here? And I'm like, okay, for sure. So yeah, I apologize, everybody. This is not episode 110. It's 113.
I think you did 2 110s, not 3. I think you did a 109 and then 2 110s, maybe. Let's. I mean, there's a way to see.
Oh, that's true. There is a way to find out.
109. There's 2 109s. There's a 109, another 109, then a 110. Okay, that's what it is. It's 2 109s. So this is 111.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. This should be 111. So it is marked as 110. I do apologize. But I will do it right the next time. I hope.
Just maybe in your notes, put down the next one is 112. Or I got a better idea. I'll just add it to
the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Smart. But I feel like I posted them at a right time. I just couldn't get it all right. Something else had to give, and that thing was the numbers. And numbers are hard. Numbers have always been hard. So the results for episode 111. You're up first.
I fully put my phone down.
Okay.
Melissa says stop the trans attacks on athletes, and 1% said that I was wrong. 99% said I was not wrong. Khalif, she is suing people that talk shit about her. So first, before we even get to that, congratulations, because she hadn't won yet, but she won the gold. So congratulations to her. And she's suing everybody that talks shit about her, that said that she was a man, which she is not. And so J.K. Rowling hasn't said one word since this has happened.
But you know she has done?
What?
She deleted a bunch of tweets, which, by the way, in the UK, that does, for those criminal cases against that, I saw a thread of someone who had gotten sued for a tweet in the UK and was like, yeah, so if you delete them, that shows the court that you know what you said was bad. And you are admitting the morality aspect of it there. Mm-hmm. So she's really not bright.
She's not bright.
Never has been.
Hopefully something will happen to her because, bitch. Elon Musk, I don't think he cares, but I'm glad it's happening. And anyone else that talks shit about her.
I hope Logan Paul.
I couldn't remember which one it was. Logan Paul. Hope something terrible happens to him too. So great job, everyone. I don't think anybody wrote in.
Then we have mine. Megan says, stop accepting apologies that are not for you. 0% said I was wrong, and 100% said I was not wrong. Yeah, I've been keeping up with some of the response or what she's gonna do, seeing on Reddit threads or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's looking like if I'm not wrong, there's like now beef between her and Tana, and like if they're supposed to go on tour together and like all this shit, and she's like posting videos of her like dancing and like going to like dance class, and everyone's like, stop, dude. And she's like, well, what am I supposed to do? And I was like, everyone's like, she's supposed to stop living her life. And I was like, no, but stop posting.
Some people don't know that there is life outside the internet.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what? Huh? So odd.
Someone, I don't keep up with these people. If I saw them walking down the street, would know a thing. I don't know them.
Yeah.
I don't even Tana. I know you've talked about her. I don't know her. Like, she couldn't tell you what she looks like.
So young, so she would be so off your radar.
But somebody sent us something saying that she's been cut out of the podcast.
That's like somewhat the implication has like seemingly been that like, I guess like Tana did a statement. I didn't see it, but like did a statement on the podcast that like really separated her from Brooke. And people were like, some people think that was just like a business move to like save face, and then they're like still close behind the scenes and like she'll incorporate her back on. Or other people think that was just like not what she meant like at all. Like she was just trying to disavow her statements. And like, but yeah, the whole thing, I was just like, because I've seen conflicting things of people being like, she's off the podcast permanently, and then one's being like, but she's still going on tour. And I was like, how would she go on the podcast tour? She's not on the podcast.
Special guest.
I know. Yeah, but I'm like, if they have beef, they have beef. If they don't, they don't. So it's just kind of like, huh?
Imagine having beef with somebody, but still inviting them to travel around
on a fucking tour bus?
The U.S. with you. Like,
the way that like it will ruin perfectly healthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's better to go with an enemy.
Remember that time you were...
Was that... Remember the time I was going on tour? No. Remember the time that people said I was going on tour and I said, no, I'm not going.
They included you in the picture.
Well, it was different. It was different. And then as soon as we got to that meeting, I literally walked out of there and I said, I'm not going. And they're like, you have to. And I said, okay, can you like paint me the picture of how that's going to happen? This is before Moss and I were dating, and like he just like worked for my manager, and he was like, you have to. And I was like, okay, tell me how you envision that for me. Tell me how you think that's going to go. Because when I tell you I'm not going, I'm not packing a bag. I'm not getting on a plane. I'm not going to the airport. I'm not even opening my door if you try and come to my door and knock on my door and tell me to go. Like, are you going to drag me? Are you going to pack a bag for me? Drag me on a plane? Or drag me on a bus and then push me on stage every night and then marionette doll ventriloquist me? No.
Yeah, this was before we were friends, but still...
We still knew each other.
Knew each other by association. And I just heard the rumblings of what people were saying. And I think, was this at VidCon? Did you do something on stage with them at VidCon?
I don't know.
It was like an outdoor stage or something?
We definitely did the promo shoot at VidCon. I don't think we announced it though.
Okay. Well, people were talking about it. By people, Mott's and Kendall. Which I can say that now.
Yep.
But they were chit-chatting away about it. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but good for her.
Yeah. No. I was like, what are they gonna do? Like, I'm telling you right now, if you make me go, I'm not gonna make it easier for anyone. I will ruin this if you don't let me out. And they said, okay. And here's the thing. I respect everyone who, I don't remember actually everyone who went on, so I can't say I actually respect everyone because, but like at the time, people who are like going on, different audiences, but also like they made a good amount of money the second time. They made but when I saw how much the money was, like it's nothing to like cry about. Like it's money. But there are certain things I won't do for money, and like other people will, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Happy for them. I am not one of those people. I am so fucking like hard-headed. Like the way that like the best part was though, as soon as I was like, if you make me go, like I don't know how you're gonna make me get on stage. Immediately, my manager's like, oh good God. And she's like, she knew. She was like, yeah, no, she's you guys are gonna want to let her out of this. She's not lying. She will not go quietly. Yeah, I released a statement saying there's like scheduling conflicts or something. And I was like, oh, sorry, I have something else I'm working on. I remember people were like, what's that thing you're working on? I was like, nothing. I just
life.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
Not that.
Cooking dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Anything.
Anything else.
Breathing.
Shitting. Singing, dancing around, doing my own thing, tweeting, posting
the podcast.
Instagrams.
We like met about the podcast that week too. So.
Well, because I remember it was like,
because it was going to have to delay the podcast.
Yeah, and then I remember like we had another meeting. Like, oh, aren't we like doing that? I was like, well, I'm not going. I'm not going. Don't worry about it. They might tell you that I'm going. I'm not going.
Yep, that's why it was part of the conversation. Yeah. There we go. That's what it was.
Yeah. And I only really blame one person.
New people are like that didn't know you before. They're like, what the hell are they talking about?
I was like, should I make a TikTok talking about how I was almost at girls' night in?
Here's to promote our Patreon. We did talk about it in depth a while ago on Patreon.
That's fun. I remember that.
Yep. That's how. Because you were like, I wasn't in the promo pictures or anything, and then somebody found the promo pic and posted it, and was like,
oh, like a promo video. I was like, I knew I was in the picture. Definitely didn't think I was in like a video or anything, but I was. And I went, news to me. Because here's the thing, I want to say that I did the photo shoot already being like, I'm not doing this. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. And my team was like, you got it. Just come on, like it'll be fine. And I was like, no, it wasn't until we were in the writer's room, which turns out was just a script being handed to me. In that moment, I closed it and I said,
I'm too old for this shit.
I'm going to go. I'm going to see myself out.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
This episode is brought to you by Peloton. Life gets busy. Luckily with Peloton Tread, you can still get the challenging workouts you crave. Only have 10 minutes? Take a quick Peloton workout. Want to go all out? Chase down your goals with 20 to 45-minute tread workouts. No matter your goals or time, Peloton has everything you need to become everything you want. Find your push, find your power. Peloton. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Tic Tac. Close your eyes and take a ride with new Tic Tac Citrus Adventure. Awaken your senses with harmonies of sour and tangy fruit flavors. Picture the vibrant trio of mandarin, lemon, and lime as each flavor mingles to create a refreshing symphony. Pick up a pack and dive into new Tic Tac Citrus Adventure. Visit @TicTacUSA on social to share the good vibes.
All right. Writer number 1. Is she wrong for not letting her sister and family stay with her? 1% said the writer's wrong. 99% said the writer's not wrong. The audacity that the writer's sister has is crazy. Knowing there's not enough room for you and villainizing someone else for it is wild. When I went to New York a couple of years ago, me and the friend I went with didn't stay with our friend who we were visiting because she said she would rather us stay in a hotel because she doesn't have enough room in her apartment. Even though we were kind of sad we couldn't stay with her, we never made her the issue because we respect her wishes, and she stayed with us at the hotel for the most part anyway, and even chipped in on the cost. The writer's family's anger with her is so unwarranted and stupid.
Yep.
Agree.
Now we have one which I didn't know y'all would have so many feelings about.
Quite controversial.
Writer number 2. Is it too early? Is it too early? Too early. That's my bad. To decorate for Halloween. And 54% said the writer is wrong. 46% said the writer is not wrong. And so many people wrote in. I can't celebrate fall or the activities if it brings until it's cold outside. If it doesn't make sense to sip an apple cider, then I will not be participating in any fall activities. That is also an August Leo there. And we both feel the same. Like, don't encroach on my summer. Like, I can't say half of my birthday month is summer and then the other half is fall.
Right.
That's not how it works.
I think the first day of fall isn't even till
it's like
September 22nd.
Oh, yeah,
so
it's like very end.
1 month from today.
Yeah, because I was going to say Labor Day people still view as summer.
Yeah.
And that's September, right?
That's, the first week in September.
It's one of those weekends.
People usually say that that's like, the end of the summer. We still have a few weeks after that, but
yeah,
we're not there yet.
No.
Still a couple weeks out.
Someone else said, personally, I won't be decorating until autumn equinox, but if it makes the writer happy, they should do it. I have no idea what the autumn equinox is. I only know. Oh, okay, perfect. Well, perfect. Someone else said, as someone who lives in a country with what feels like 2 months of summer and 10 months of winter, don't even start mentioning Halloween/fall until October. I'm in denial until then. As someone who lives in Los Angeles and our weather is wonderful, like so beautiful. The way that I know, but I'm saying the way that I dread the sun going down early, and I go, oh, I'm gonna miss summer so much. I'm like, Megan, shut the fuck up. Like, other people don't see the sun for months, and you have your gloomy weather. Like, you're fine, but like, I always think like if it can affect my mental health for the sun going down this early, and like if we don't see the sun for like a couple weeks, like, good God, let those poor people in places where their distance to the equator is doing something. Mm-hmm. Let them live. So cruel.
Yeah. I got mad because I have all my lights on a timer in my home.
Yeah.
And it goes off after I think I have it set 3 minutes after sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And it came on at 7:50 the other day. And I was like,
what is this interrogation?
What is this?
Why
is
are
happening?
All the lights on?
Right.
No, we have solar lights out in our trees. And I remember I went to go check about watering. And I was like, who turned you bitches on? Like, mm-hmm. What do you mean you're not getting enough sunlight? And now you're thinking that it is nighttime. It's only 7:30. And then lo and behold, very quickly, I couldn't find the sun either. Hated it. Someone else said, I support happiness and mental health. So if it will improve your mental health, decorate the inside to the nines today. But if it's not, then writer is wrong. Keep holidays in their seasons and time frames, please and thank you. I say decorate the inside and go off girly, but personally I would not want to see skeletons outside unless they were wearing Hawaiian shirts and bikinis. I can never vote against Halloween. It's my favorite. I understand the argument that each holiday should get its own time to shine, but if it makes writer happy to have a couple pumpkins and a fall candle in her house, how could I reprimand her for that? I've been planning all Halloween plans and decor since July 5th. It's very cutesy, very mindful, very demure. I already bought Lewis. I need you to send videos of Lewis. To the writer, I want to say, go to TJ Maxx. They have a bunch of spooky stuff. I don't think starting to decorate for fall right now is too early, but Halloween is an October only decor situation. That's one I can get behind. If you want to do some fall, so if it's feeling spooky-ooky, okay, let's quell that for a bit. But if it's feeling crunchy fall, okay, get some leaves. Let's do some burnt amber colors. But let's keep the gravestones out of the yard. Okay, as a year-round spooky bitch, which Melissa and I can both clarify, this is our resident spooky bitch. I just got to say, let people enjoy things. October is less than 2 months away at this point, and we don't blink an eye when people put their Christmas decorations up the first day of November and leave them up till February.
I do.
Writer's not wrong, coming from a year-round Halloween person. See, in my defense, I don't do that because I participate in that. I don't look down on people because I would be a hypocrite. But my thing is, it's weather. So when it was so fucking cold in LA and it was literally 40 to 50 degrees in February, yeah, I'm going to keep my Christmas decorations up because if it's this fucking cold, I need it to match the vibe.
And I disagree with that. You should be having pink and white.
Yeah, but it's cold and dreary.
Red. Yeah,
no, I'll do that now.
Valentine's is a winter
yeah.
holiday, and you should also have a picture up of me because that's my birthday month. That is in the same way how you feel.
Oh, true.
So
right.
adamant about not putting stuff up. Let February be Valentine. It's also Black History Month. Like, you have so many other things to celebrate that aren't Christmas during February.
We do take our decorations down. We didn't keep them up till February last year. We did it the year before because we didn't have heat and I needed something to keep me going. But Mott's birthday is January 14th. And his whole thing is like, he's always, as a kid, like they kept the decorations up until his birthday and then they take them down. And so we usually, as long as we get to that.
January. I mean, Christmas is on.
Or New Year's. I think New
the
Year's
25th.
is like a nice time to keep decorations up.
So like a month, that's fine. But by February, no, ma'am. That's just got to come down. And so, person that wrote in as our resident spooky bitch, your argument is invalid to me because I do blink an eye. I say Thanksgiving needs to have its own time. And by Thanksgiving, I don't mean like Pilgrim Thanksgiving. I mean family holiday Thanksgiving.
It should have cabbage and sweet potatoes.
Yeah. It should have its own time. No Christmas tree should be going up until the day after Thanksgiving. I truly believe that. I've stated that numerous times on this podcast. So you're wrong.
Yeah, I'll probably put my tree up the day after Halloween.
And you're wrong.
Exactly. And I'm fine. I'll live in my wrong. Did I tell you I ordered garlands?
Yes.
I can't wait. They're here. I got to open them to see what they look like. Woo!
How do you not? Your impulse control astonishes me.
What do you mean?
Because as soon as something comes for me, I have to open it immediately. Even if I know that it's just Charmin toilet paper, which is literally sitting directly across from me, open with some toilet paper out of it. But like, I have to open things as soon as they come.
So I do too. Where it diverges is if I'm not the one who brings it in from outside. If Mott's does, then I don't think, like, then to me, it's Mott's package. And so I forget that that's what it is. But if I go walk out the door and I have
notifications
a package there,
first,
so does Mott's. And I go, why don't you? I have to open his. So for me, I open, if I know what's in, like I'm opening it. But that one also just got here. And I keep forgetting that that's what it is because it's addressed to him because he ordered it. But yeah, no, if I open something, if I see a package outside, I go, I must open it. But if he brings one in, I have a hard time not even opening his mail. I'm like, can I open your mail?
I don't want mail. That's
no, me neither.
Mail is disgusting to me. I'm getting somebody. I don't know when they ever lived here because they weren't the last people that lived at this house. And I don't believe they were the people before that lived here either. But somebody has put down my address as their address, and I'm keep getting their parking tickets in Pasadena. And
that's bad.
I know. And I keep like writing return to sender. This person does not live here on here so that they can like know and maybe find out where they actually live. And they're still sending it. And it's making me perturbed, to say the least.
Yeah, that person's going to go to jail.
Yeah. I mean, when they renew their car, then they'll have to pay for it. But
no, in my mind, this was someone who thought they were getting around not having to pay their parking tickets.
They could be because I don't know when they ever lived here. Like, I've never received any other mail for this person. So I don't know why the mail is coming here. There's like a couple other people where I'm like, yeah, like I'm still getting your mail because you never changed your address, even though I am writing return to sender. This person does not live here on every piece that comes here, and it's coming from the same place. And I have also contacted the company and told them that this person doesn't live here because it looks important. But
it's like the Ryan Gosling when he was getting like residual checks to someone who worked at like Entertainment Tonight, and they were like, "We brought you these," and he's like, "What?"
Yeah. And so, even they got you know how we've gotten like rebates back from the state. They've come here and I, send it back, but I'm like, there's, when they were sending out those debit cards, I was like, your debit card, like, change your address. That should
That's
be
bad.
the first thing that you should do is when you move, change your address. You've got money sitting out there, baby.
Yeah, I don't know where mine ever was.
It was like $200.
Yeah. Damn. Hope I cashed that.
If it wasn't even a cash, it was like a debit card.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't remember that.
Well,
that's why I need to get better opening my mail.
It's expired by now because they sent out another piece of mail that was like, look through your mail because these are expiring. And I think I told you about it.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right. Anyways, the last one. I'm browsing for decorations, but like Megan, I'm tempted to wait for mid-September around my birthday, but after Beyonce's. I love the specifics for that one.
B-Day, as you're supposed to say, but I'll let you have it. The person
Is that what you wrote?
No, I'm just saying it's B-Day.
Yeah, I would. Okay, I would have said B-Day if it said B-Day, but it says birthday. I thought you meant
It says
me.
birthday. I was letting the writer know that it's
I was like,
B-Day.
I know.
She named a whole album after it.
I was talking to Mods and I asked him because we were listening to when playing with my nephew, we were listening to some Beyonce, obviously, and we were performing, and then we did some Chapel Bro, and we were performing Hot to Go, the dance for my niece. The way she was like cackling, was like loving it. I was obsessed. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. But we were listening, and then Mods like asked about some Beyonce song, and I was like, oh, do you know this one? He was like, no, I don't think I know this one. And he's like, I know Destiny's Child. He's like, I don't really know like Beyonce. And I was like, hold up. So the entire, of course I said, hold up. And then I said, actually, I know what song I'm going to play for you first.
Hold up.
Exactly. And we did like the whole car ride home. And I was telling him that I felt like, and I was right, that his reaction was kind of going to be like the music reactor guy, H.T. Hayes, where like he was like, yeah, I know Destiny's Child because obviously, but I don't know a ton of Beyonce besides like the singles. And then every song he goes, wait, this is like the most like Woke Up Flawless. Like that was her. Of course it was her. And like, it was like, oh, I know all of the words of the phrasing because I've seen it quoted so many times, or I know the beat or whatever. And it was like, oh, I do know this because how can I
he's
not know?
Never seen the Lemonade album, visual album?
I did say while we were driving, I said, while we were listening, I said, ooh, I gotta watch it again. And he was like, what? And I was like, he's like, Lemonade. And I was like, I gotta watch it. I'm just hearing, I forget what song it was that I was hearing, but immediately I was like closing my eyes and I was like, I gotta watch it again. I haven't watched it in a while. And I don't remember, I think he must have seen, he didn't say like, oh, I've never seen it before. I feel like there's no way.
He should have known Hold Up then. So that makes me believe that
he's heard. Like he's like, no, I've definitely heard something. And I'm like, but I don't know how much or in depth of his
y'all need to have a night to watch.
He's seen Homecoming.
I think
because
it's okay.
There's no way he's not seen Homecoming because
Homecoming.
But also, I've watched Homecoming a dozen times.
But also, like Homecoming isn't like a visual album. It's we're looking at a performance in the behind the scenes. I need like Lemonade was like
it changed the culture shift.
Shut down HBO for a whole day. People that I didn't even know cared about Beyonce, like a bunch of these men I worked with at the when I was working at that coffee company, like that's all they were talking about for weeks. That would have been like 2016.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2016. If I'm not wrong, I think I watched it on my phone in between takes of Freakish. Like I think that everybody was like crowding around and like all of like the crew, like it was like, wait, everyone stop.
Right.
Something the winds have changed. Something has happened.
Yes.
The world is not the same.
Everybody was like, check on Jay-Z. And it was like, no, he's good.
Everyone's like, does he have a pulse? Is he still with us? Has there been a body
literally in the video
found in the Hudson? No, exactly. But everybody, when they heard that it was, what's going on? But yeah,
I think y'all should, because I think that your nephew can watch that. I don't think there's anything bad in it. So I think y'all should have.
I know. I was thinking of doing like a quick scan through first to see if he would enjoy. But the real thing is, the first thing I have to make him watch is we are talking about possibly for his birthday. We haven't told him this, but possibly for his birthday, taking him to Disneyland with everybody besides his father, who's like, I don't want to fucking go to Disneyland. So Mimots and his mom. And we were like, that could be so fun. And so she was like, her whole goal is like, she was like, she'd love for him to see like one movie that has like a character in it or something, just so he like has that familiarity there. And he's just like not that interested, but I think I can get him into Lilo and Stitch.
I've never seen it, so
well, because he likes ocean water-y stuff, but he doesn't like the mermaids because they freak him out. So he didn't like Little Mermaid. She like, and my sister-in-law's
Little Mermaid is a scary movie.
Yeah,
so.
And so she like was like, okay, but like that's the only one that she really loved because she's a redhead, and so that was hers. And I was like, I think like Moana, I think he would like Moana, but like it's a little bit more she's not princessy, but like I would classify it as a princess movie, and like I was not a princess Disney movie kid. And I think Finding Nemo is a little too scary and like intense for him. But I was like, I think Lilo and Stitch would be like great because you have the water aspect, but then you also have like an alien coming down, and like you've got the space part of it too for a bit. And I was like, yeah, he'll love that. And he's like in that phase of like little kids where they just want to like essentially bark at you. And I was like, yeah, big Stitch vibes. So hopefully we'll do that. And then maybe after that we'll do 11. The way that he would just like, the way he would be so entranced. He like, every time he just wants to look at a photo of her while we listen to her sing.
Well, there's a lot of water in the lemonade stuff. Yeah. So it can be. Even watching the B-Day, because it wasn't, it was like Lemonade was a visual, as in like it was like a movie. But the B-Day is just like straight video. So even just watching that, I think he would enjoy that.
That's true. Maybe I'll watch some during our lunch break. I remember I bought the B-Day album song by song individually on iTunes because I was a child saving up my money. And I remember having to like listen to like the 15-second preview and to be like, okay, is this the one? Because like I don't think I went in chronological order. Oh my God, it was so fucking funny. And I was like, yeah, it's
a story in chronological order though.
It's what you have to do though. Oh my God. Okay, now I just want to listen. Okay, I need to be distracted.
B-Day is like the one, like if you want to get up and just dance, like that reminds me, B-Day reminds me so much of college. Because like you could just put on that whole album and just dance straight through it and have a good ass time.
No, you feel so hot and so untouchable when you're listening to it. Like the way that I'm actually the most desired person on the, like it, what it does for my ego is insane. And that's what I'm always like impressed by with her. Cause I'm like, no other artist does that for me. No other artist makes me like so cocky. And I'm like, that's not my song.
Yep.
I don't write the song, but like, something about it. Something fucking about it. Yeah. Ugh.
Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, FDA approved for over 20 years. So, talk to your specialist to see if Botox Cosmetic is right for you.
For full prescribing information, including boxed warning, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
Remember to ask for Botox Cosmetic by name. To see for yourself and learn more, visit BotoxCosmetic.com. That's BotoxCosmetic.com.
This episode is brought to you by PNC Bank, who believes some things in life should be boring, like banking, because boring is steady, pragmatic, responsible. You don't want your bank to be cool or sexy. Sexy is for red carpets, not banks. That's why PNC Bank strives to be boring with your money, so you can be happily fulfilled with your life. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Brilliantly boring since 1865 is a service mark of the PNC Financial Services Group, Inc. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
This episode is brought to you by Opill, the first over-the-counter daily birth control pill available in the U.S. Opill is FDA approved, full prescription strength, and estrogen-free. Plus, there's no prescription needed. Finally, the days of needing a prescription for birth control are over. Opill is available online and at most major retailers. Take control of your health and reproductive journey with Opill. Birth control in your control. Use code BIRTHCONTROL for 25% off your first month of Opill at Opill.com.
And then after our
everybody.
weekly Beyonce tangent, next up we have Wrong of the Week. Nassau County, 97% said Nassau is wrong, 3% said Nassau is not wrong. Before we move on fully, I hope that she is at the convention tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Doing Freedom Live.
She already served Trump his paper, so she's ready.
I live in NYC and COVID is absolutely still a big thing. I think we should be masking more. Agree.
Yep.
It is a thing everywhere. If you missed it on Friday and from the news, because for some reason they're not really talking about it anymore, but there is a new COVID booster out that dropped. So get boosted, baby.
Get boosted, and also please get your flu shot and any other ones you can get, meningitis, because I can't stress enough, as someone with long COVID, even if you don't have like active long COVID at this point, every other subsequent like viral illness or infection or anything I've gotten has like made me exponentially sicker in the long term. So protect yourself. Vaccines are so cool. Then we have my nomination, Tasha Page. And 99% said Tasha's wrong. 1% said she's not wrong. Someone said, as an Australian, I was so shocked that this showed up on your For You page, Megan, but also so happy needed someone to talk about this with. Yeah, this has been plaguing me. Like the way that I was like so still deep diving after all of this. And I can't stress enough how I think the ethics, or I think the marketing and creative ways that people use their social platforms to promote their OnlyFans and all of that, I think is a skill that should be used for something else in this case. Like thinking about the way that like she blew up and went viral, I'm like, I promise you, girl, there's a way you could have done this to get people to click on your OnlyFans without this as the segue. Like, it's just so fucking wild to me. And like, I respect people doing what they do to get views, to push that over there. But I think that there are certain things that should not exist on the same platform. And like, you shouldn't go from talking shit about a friend and their baby who has died to then talking about what your pussy is. That's not a sandwich. Those things should be on two different platforms. Two different accounts can be on the same platform, but like that is not, let's work on branding, cohesive branding. Yeah.
Maybe this is your calling. PR, branding, marketing.
Have you ever thought about just maybe not talking about children, regardless if they are alive or not alive, on the same account where you talk about being Eiffel Towered? I just think we can be multifaceted people.
We can be more mindful.
Incredibly not demure. Matt, by the way, obsessed with that quote. He's like, very mindful, very demure. And he started adding his own words, and I was like,
you can add your own words. It's okay.
Yeah. No, but
as long as it makes sense to what you're talking about.
But that's also why I was asking, saying, what does that mean in this context? Well, that's it. We hope you all enjoyed. And make sure you vote for this week's episode.
Last week's.
And make sure you vote for last week's episode of But Am I Wrong? And you can hear the results on next week's episode of See You Next Tuesday.
We'll see you on Thursday for Don't Blame Me, Friday for Fisting Friday, Monday for But Am I Wrong? And then back here, as Megan said, for See You Next Tuesday. And we will
see you next Tuesday.
Listening to a podcast should be time well spent, and I promise it will be if you'll give this podcast a try. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in every episode, I talk with leading experts on topics I know you will find fascinating. From why people can't keep secrets, what your favorite music says about you, why your pet acts in strange ways, and so much more. Something You Should Know is designed to give you information you can use in your life and give you great intel that you can share with others. I'm told it's a binge-worthy podcast, and with over 1,000 episodes, there's a lot to binge on. Something You Should Know has been ranked in the top of the Apple Podcast charts consistently for a long time. I know you're going to like this. I just need to get you to try it. Something You Should Know. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go Network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out Real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.